Hello, my neighbor. Let's talk about who created the charter. So we have another fun bit today. We have another hot take. Check out this title. What is a council? Okay. So I'm coming down because I'm just having a whole lot of fun right now because I'm walking through my neighborhood and I'm talking to my neighbors. So I'm talking to all of my neighbors, including my representatives. And I'm also talking to my council right now. So I'm trying to build a good relationship with my council members as well as with my neighbors. And I need to show my neighbors who created the charter, and I need to show my neighbors what is a council. So we're just going to hop off onto this bit, okay? Now, before I go, I want to give a shout out to the political parties for showing us how they manage our systems. So I really appreciate the political parties out there, so that would be red team or that would be blue team or whatever other party that are out there right now. And they show us how they manage our systems right now because you have people that like to go into those camps and then they like to have the ideas of whatever political party that they're a part of. And then once they go into our constitutional systems, then they try to manage them from the point of view of their political party. And we know that they're not supposed to do that. But the problem is that we've been asleep. But now that we're awake, we're walking it out and we're showing you the rules to the game. Okay, my neighbor? So I just want to give a shout out to the political parties. Thank you for your service. Thank you for being transparent. Thank you for showing us how you guys get down. Now, let's go ahead and hop on this jump off bit right now, okay? Here we go. What is a council? So before we go, we have to lay down some terms and some conditions because you and I, we have to agree upon them. We have to agree upon these terms and these conditions so we can be on the same page, so we can be of one mind. And we can say, yeah, that's what that word means right there. And I agree with that term and I agree with that condition. So as long as you and I, we can do this, then we're going to be cool. But if we cannot agree on terms and conditions, then we're going to have to do something else and we're going to have to figure it out. And we might have to go to a court, right? And we might have to have a jury of our peers sit down and listen to us argue something out. Okay, my neighbor? Now, check out this bit right here. This is fun, okay? Focus on the highlight. Okay, excuse me sometimes when I get fast when I speak too. I'm just going to pause for a second. So sometimes I get excited when I speak and then I speed up with my conversation, and I need to sort of kind of correct that right now because sometimes I might speak too fast for who it is that I might be talking to. So I'm trying to slow down my language, right? Or trying to slow down my flow right now so then that way I can be clear when I'm talking to my neighbors, okay? Now, check this out. Let's slow down. Council, focus on the highlight and we're gonna have some fun, okay? Council is to call. Council is hold. Council is a collection. Council is an assembly. That's what a council is. All right, let's keep it going. Council, an assembly of men summoned or convened for consultation, deliberation, and advice. That's what a council is. Okay, that's what a council is. So when I go and I talk to my neighbors, I try to come together so we can assemble and we can consult for the common good because I like to show my neighbors the terms and the conditions as written, okay? And this is why I'm always pulling words from Webster's Dictionary 1828 so we can have a basic understanding of what American language sounds like, okay? All right, let's keep it going. Now drop down and check out advice. Okay, this is what advice is because when you counsel, you're giving advice to people, okay? Now check out what advice is. Advice is to see. Advice is to visit. Advice, counsel, advice, an opinion recommended or offered as worthy to be followed. Okay, you see that right there? So it is my duty and it is my obligation to go to my elected representatives, the people that we created underneath the jurisdiction of the constitutions, and I must give them advice because sometimes they fall off the path. They stop following the rules as written and then they go like, this is why we say, thank you political parties for showing us your workflow, right? Because political party members, right? People who are members of political parties go into our government and then they try to administer the people's government, but they try to administer the people's government from their point of view, from their political ideology. And that's not what they're supposed to do. And this is why we're trying to advise you right now. We're giving you advice and we're giving you counsel right now. So every man, every woman, all people who are in the political machine, we're one of the people and we're here to advise you, okay? We're here to give you good counsel, all right? I'm not an attorney. I'm one of the people with all political power, and I'm going to show you where I get my power from, okay? It's all written down, all right? It's all written down, so, don't get upset, and you don't have to go dark on me when I present myself to you, because I will circle back around, and then I will ratchet up the level of conversation that I have with you if you ignore me, okay? So you can ignore me, and you can go dark on me if you want, but just know you can be punished, okay? Remember this, all right? Now drop down and check out this bit right here where we say, remember the order. Creator creates creation. Okay, remember this bit. All right, so you can go to the preamble of the state constitutions and the federal constitution, and you're going to see who created the government. It was the people, and I'm one of the people. Okay, now check out this bit right here. Legislative power, right? So the legislatures, those are the ones that write the law underneath the jurisdiction of the constitutions. We're just showing you one of their bits that we gave them right here. Okay, check this out. It says, all legislative powers of the city shall be vested subject to the terms of this charter and of the Constitution of the state of California, or whatever other state you're in the council, except such legislative powers as are reserved to the people by the charter and the Constitution of the state. Okay, so right there, we're showing you that there's a separation. There's a separation between the people and the legislators. Okay, so we're not the same. So, like when I present myself to my legislators or my council member or any other creature that we've created underneath the jurisdiction of the Constitution, just know that the hierarchy goes like this. Creator creates creation. Who's that? That's the people. So the people created the government. So the government is subject to the terms and the conditions as written within the contracts. And charters are contracts and constitutions are contracts. Okay, remember this? And we're going to be cool. So we're just showing you where the power comes from. It comes from me, one of the people. And I'm here to show you guys how to get down in this realm. Okay, my neighbor? All right, drop down and check out this job description. So this is one of my job descriptions in the secular realm. Okay, so in the secular realm, I have this job description right here. Check this out. It says, all political power is inherent in the people. I'm one of the people. Okay, so I have all political power because it comes from me, because I got this power and I got this authority from my father, because my father is God. Okay, so full disclosure, I work for my Father's business. My Father is God, my King is Jesus, and I'm led by Holy Ghost, okay? So I'm always going to show you my status, my standing, and my jurisdiction, so you and I, we can be on the same page, because I'm not hiding, okay, my neighbor? All right, let's keep it going. Here goes my job description in the secular realm. All political power is inherent in the people. That's a fact, all right? Government, my creature, government is instituted for their protection, security, and benefit, and they, meaning the people, and they have the right to alter or reform it when the public good may require. What does that look like? That looks like if my government entities, if my legislatures, if my executives, and my judicial entities are not doing the job as written, and then if they're not making me feel protected, and if they're not making me feel secure, and if I feel like you're not benefiting me, then we can alter or reform whatever your position is, okay? And we're here to let you know in simplicity, because we wrote everything down for you. Because sometimes people ask me, well, what's your purpose? Why are you doing what you're doing? And I'm saying I'm doing what I'm doing because I don't like when people don't follow their job description. This is one of my pet peeves. Okay, one of my pet peeves is that there's job descriptions, and the job descriptions are written down for the people who work those jobs to follow, right? And if you don't follow the job description, then that means that you ain't doing your job, and we don't like that, right? So this is why we always circle back around and we always read, well, what is the job description? Who created the job, and who is the creator of that position? So that's the authority. So that's why we say creator creates creates creation. And then what did they create that creation to do? What's the job description? We find the job description, and then we make sure that people do the job description. I'm what you would call a keeper, okay? So I like to make sure that people are following the rules as written. And when they don't follow the rules as written, I like to show them the rules as written. And if they still don't follow the rules as written, then we ratchet it up and we do something else. Okay, my neighbor? All right, so I just wanted to show you that bit right there where it says all political power is inherent in the people, full stop, okay? Government is my creature. It ain't the other way around. So nowhere in there do you see all political power is inherent in the political parties, okay? Political parties are foreign to our constitutions. Remember this and we're gonna be cool, okay? So if you're following what your political party is telling you what to do relative to our constitutions, then that means that you're breaking the law. And we don't like that. That's what we would call maladministration, or also called bad management. So if you're a bad manager and you're not following the rules as written, and the people aren't being protected, and the people aren't secure, and the people aren't benefiting from your administration, then we're going to check you. And if you don't listen, we're going to break you. Okay? All right, let's keep walking it back up. So then I wanted to show you where the legislative power is reserved. It's reserved in the people. We got all the power. Remember this and we're going to be cool. So we've only given you a little sliver just to make the laws relative to the city, or relative to the state, or relative to the federal government, okay? And all you have to do is just make sure that our markets are cool, and all you have to do is to make sure that we're protected, we're secure, and we're benefiting from your administration. If we're not feeling any of that right there, then we're going to break you. Okay, my neighbor? All right, let's keep walking it back up. And then I wanted to show you what advice is. Okay, it's all about what you see, because some people can't see, some people can't hear, and some people can't speak, especially when we present ourselves to them and then we try to show them where the power comes from. It comes from me, one of the people, all right? And then we wanted to show you what counsel is, because we like to counsel with people. We like to call people. We like to go, hey, what's up, my neighbor? Let's talk, right? Or we like to go like this, hey, what's up, my legislature? Let's talk. Or any other creature that we created underneath the Constitution. We like to talk with you guys, and we like to call you, and we like to see if you guys know what you're doing, right? And right now we know that a lot of people that are in positions that they're in don't know what they're doing, because we see the fruit, right? We see the fruit, and we see it through the cost of living, especially out here in California, right? You know, it shouldn't be what it is right now. It should be way cooler than what it is right now, but that's because we have people that are in positions that don't know their job description. You guys are listening to another whisper or another hiss, and we don't like that, okay? So remember that term counsel, remember that term advice, and I guarantee you will bring down your stress levels a whole lot, all right, my neighbor? And that's the hot take on what is a council. Now you know what a council is, okay? It's when people come together and assemble. All right, so we're done with that bit. Let's hop on our next slide. We're just having fun, okay? Here's our conclusion. This is our closeout game right here. Trust God. Okay, so I'm going to say this from now on until my father taps me out. Trust God. Put your trust in God, put your property in God's trust, and I guarantee you will bring down your stress levels a whole lot. Because then all you have to do is you just have to learn how to dress and keep God's property. And once you understand that every man and every woman, all the people, this whole world is my Father's property, then you're going to understand what your duty and your obligation is, and you're going to understand how to be a trustee. Okay, my neighbor? That's a very high responsibility. To be a fiduciary, you have to be up at the tippy top. And who showed us how to be a fiduciary? Jesus. Okay, so I'm always going to be showing love to who my king is, okay? Jesus is my king, and that's where I'm always coming from. All right, so we're done. Let's go ahead and walk it back up now. So I just wanted to give that shout out to the political parties for showing us how they manage our systems. I really do appreciate the political parties, and I really appreciate the shenanigans they get into and all the stuff that goes on the social media. They're very entertaining, but sometimes they can be a bit distracting. But just know, political party members, once you guys go into your office, then you're subject to me, one of the people, and you better follow the constitutions as written. And if you don't, we're going to instruct you. And if you don't listen, we're going to break you. Okay? Just remember this, all right? And then I wanted to give you that hot take on what is a council. Now you know what a council is. And then I wanted to talk about who created the charter. Remember, the people created the charter, just like how the people created the city, just like how the people created the state, just like how the people created the government. Okay? Once you understand creator creates creation, you're going to be cool. And then once you go into your office and once you read your job description, you're going to be super cool, because all you have to do is just follow what is written. And if you follow what is written, you're going to be cool. If you don't follow what's written and you listen to another whisper or another hiss, we're going to come after you and we're going to break you. Okay? By God with love. All right. So we're done. Thank you. I'll see you in the future. By God with love. And remember, nobody's having more fun than us. Bye.